Was King Arthur, the legendary leader who led Britain against Saxon invaders, a real historical figure, or just a myth? This question has puzzled historians and captivated the imaginations of millions across the globe. The tale of King Arthur is steeped in mystery, a complex tapestry of fact and fiction, blurred by the mists of time. King Arthur, as the legend tells us, was a heroic monarch who ruled Britain during the late 5th and early 6th centuries. His story is one of bravery, chivalry, and magic, featuring a cast of memorable characters, from the wise wizard Merlin to the gallant knights of the Round Table. Yet, despite the richness of this narrative, the existence of King Arthur himself remains a subject of intense debate. Over the centuries, countless texts have attempted to shed light on this enigmatic figure. Medieval chronicles, romantic poems, and even ancient manuscripts all portray Arthur in their unique ways. Some depict him as a valiant warrior, others as a wise and fair king, and a few even as a godlike figure of mythic proportions. This myriad of interpretations only adds to the mystery, making it difficult to separate the man from the myth. The legacy of King Arthur is undeniably profound. His tale has been told and retold, transformed and embellished, shaping the cultural identity of Britain and influencing countless works of literature and art. Yet the question remains, was there a real Arthur? A flesh-and-blood man whose deeds inspired the tales that have enthralled us for centuries? As we embark on this journey, we'll examine the evidence, scrutinize the texts, and analyze the theories presented by historians, archaeologists, and scholars. We'll explore the time period in which King Arthur allegedly lived, the historical events that coincide with his reign, and the places linked to his legend. So let us delve deep into the chronicles of history and legend, to unravel the truth behind King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. The tale of King Arthur begins with a magical sword, a stone, and a prophecy. In the heart of Britain, a sword appears, lodged in a stone, bearing an inscription that only the rightful king could remove it. As the tale goes, Arthur, a mere squire, steps forward. With ease, he pulls the sword from the stone, unknowingly fulfilling a prophecy and setting the wheels of his destiny in motion. But the tale of Arthur's ascent to the throne starts much earlier. Born to Uther Pendragon, the King of Britain, and Igraine, the Duchess of Cornwall, Arthur's birth was shrouded in magic and mystery. Uther, aided by the wizard Merlin, disguises himself as Igraine's husband to conceive Arthur. When Uther's deceit is discovered, Merlin takes the infant Arthur away, ensuring his safety. Arthur grows up under the watchful eye of Sir Ector, unaware of his royal lineage. He lives a simple life, away from the grandeur of the court, learning the ways of the world under Merlin's guidance. His life takes a dramatic turn when, at a tournament, he pulls the magical sword from the stone. This event sparks debate and dissent. How could a young, unknown squire be Britain's rightful king? Despite the initial resistance, Merlin's counsel and Arthur's inherent wisdom win over the doubters. Arthur takes his place as the King of Britain, his ascent to the throne marking the start of a golden age. Yet despite its vivid detailing, the tale of Arthur's ascent is steeped in mythology. Historians have long debated its authenticity, with some arguing that Arthur is a fictional figure, while others believe he was a real king whose exploits were embellished over time. The truth, as it often is, may lie somewhere in between. With the crown on his head, Arthur's reign began, marked by peace, prosperity, and a round table. His story, whether grounded in historical fact or myth, continues to captivate us, inviting us to explore the blurred lines between reality and legend. Every king needs his knights, and for Arthur, they were the Knights of the Round Table. This legendary assembly, a symbol of chivalric brotherhood and equality, is as rich in stories as it is in members. Each knight, chosen for his courage and honor, had a seat at this table, a circle with no head, symbolizing the equal status they all shared. Among the most renowned knights were Sir Lancelot, Sir Gawain, and Sir Galahad. Their tales of bravery and chivalry, of dragon slayings and rescues, of holy grails and magical swords have become the stuff of legend. These tales, many rooted in the chivalric code they adhered to, paint a vivid picture of a world where honor, courage, and gallantry were the guiding principles. Sir Lancelot, the bravest of them all, was known for his unrivaled prowess in battle. Sir Gawain, the perfect knight, was a paragon of virtue and nobility. And then there was Sir Galahad, the purest of heart, who was deemed worthy to see the Holy Grail. Each knight, in his own right, was a hero, embodying the ideals of knighthood. But when we peel back the layers of these legends, what truth lies beneath? Historians have long grappled with this question. The lack of concrete historical evidence has led many to dismiss these tales as mere products of imaginative storytelling. Yet, others argue that these stories, while perhaps embellished over time, may hold kernels of truth. Could there have been a real round table with knights who lived by a chivalric code? Or is this all just a captivating tale spun by bards and poets of yore? The answers may remain shrouded in the mists of time. But one thing is certain. These tales of the Knights of the Round Table, with their enduring themes of heroism, honor and chivalry, continue to captivate us, stirring our imaginations and fueling our fascination with this legendary king and his court. While the knights embarked on quests, a queen's heart strayed, and a kingdom's fate hung in the balance. In the midst of glory, a love triangle threatened to unravel the peace of Camelot. The heart of Camelot, Queen Guinevere, was not just King Arthur's wife, but also the object of affection of Sir Lancelot, Arthur's trusted knight and dear friend. This intense love triangle, a tale as old as time, set the stage for the eventual fall of Camelot. Their tale begins innocently enough. Guinevere and Lancelot, bound by their shared love for Arthur, developed a camaraderie that eventually blossomed into love. Their affair, conducted in the shadows of the castle, remained a secret for a time. But secrets, as they often do, have a way of coming to light. The discovery of the betrayal was a turning point. Arthur, the noble king, was heartbroken. The unity of the Round Table was shattered, with loyalties divided and friendships tested. In this turmoil, the kingdom was weakened, its defenses lowered. Camelot, once a beacon of hope and justice, was left ripe for conquest. The fall of Camelot was swift and devastating. It was not just the end of a kingdom, but the dissolution of an ideal, a dream of unity, justice, and peace. The love triangle had not just broken hearts, but the very fabric of Camelot. Now, was this love triangle real? Did it play a role in the fall of a historical Camelot? The truth is shrouded in the mists of time. Some historians suggest that the love triangle was an invention of medieval romance writers, a plot device to add drama and intrigue. Yet others believe that it might be based on real events, possibly a scandal that rocked the courts of some Celtic king. Amidst the ruins of Camelot, a king fell, but his legend lived on. Whether fact or fiction, the story of Arthur, Guinevere, and Lancelot continues to captivate us, reminding us of the power of love, the fragility of trust, and the enduring allure of a good story. In the aftermath of Camelot's fall, King Arthur's legend grew, transcending the boundaries of history and myth. This legendary king's tale has been woven into the fabric of countless cultures, seeping into medieval literature, and eventually finding its way to the heart of modern pop culture. Arthur's story, with its gallant knights, noble quests, and tragic love triangles, has proven to be an enduring narrative, capable of captivating audiences generation after generation. From the chivalrous tales penned in the Middle Ages, we find Arthur's story taking on a life of its own. It was during this time that the Arthurian legend was cemented. The characters and their epic tales were given depth, and the mythical Camelot was brought to life. These tales, while rich in fantasy, also embodied the moral and social codes of the time, making Arthur's story not just a tale of heroism, but also a reflection of the society that birthed it. Fast forward to the modern day, and Arthur's tale continues to thrive, constantly being reimagined and retold. From blockbuster movies to fantasy novels, from television series to video games, King Arthur's story has proven to be a versatile narrative, capable of being adapted to suit a variety of mediums and audiences. Yet, amidst the plethora of adaptations and interpretations, the question remains: did King Arthur truly exist? Historians and archaeologists have long attempted to answer this question, sifting through centuries of history and unearthing countless artifacts in the hopes of finding evidence of Arthur's existence. Some argue that Arthur was a Roman military leader. Others suggest he was a Celtic warrior, while some believe that Arthur is merely a symbolic figure, a representation of an ideal king. No concrete evidence has been found to definitively prove or disprove Arthur's existence. This lack of certainty has only added to the enigma of King Arthur, making his story all the more intriguing. So, was King Arthur a real king, or a legend born out of the need for a hero? After exploring the tale of King Arthur and his knights, it's time to answer the question: was King Arthur real? The tale of King Arthur, the gallant king who led his Knights of the Round Table to numerous victories, is a narrative that has been woven into the fabric of our collective history. From the story of his rise to the throne, to the tales of his chivalrous knights, the legend has been told and retold, each time with a different twist, a different interpretation. But was King Arthur a real figure? Or is he simply the product of centuries of storytelling? Historians and archaeologists have searched for evidence of King Arthur's existence, but the truth remains as elusive as the Holy Grail itself. Some point to the ancient texts like the Annales Cambriae, which mentions an Arthur who was a warrior, not a king. Others argue that Arthur's story is a fusion of several historical figures from the Dark Ages. Yet, despite these theories and the lack of concrete evidence, the legend of King Arthur persists. Perhaps the enduring power of King Arthur's tale isn't in its historical accuracy, but rather in the ideals it upholds. The Round Table, for instance, symbolizes equality and fairness, a concept still aspired to in our modern world. The chivalry of Arthur and his knights represent the virtues of courage, honor, and service values that continue to resonate with us today. The tale of King Arthur, real or not, has left an indelible mark on our culture. It has inspired countless works of literature, art, and film, and continues to captivate the imagination of millions around the world. So, was King Arthur real? The answer may forever be shrouded in the mists of time, but the impact of his legend, that is as real as the ideals it embodies. Real or not, King Arthur's tale continues to captivate us, reminding us that sometimes the power of a legend lies not in its factuality, but in the ideals it represents.